Hey YouTube, Big Z here. Welcome to another edition of CashCity Picks. College Week 7 underway. We just saw the Colorado Buffaloes get upset by the weakest team in the Pac-12, Stanford. What a nightmare. Anyway, we are looking forward to Saturday's action, where opportunity comes in the form of USC at Notre Dame. As much as we'd love to take USC, I think Notre Dame is going to be too much for them to handle. USC almost lost last week to Arizona. They let them back in the game. Terrible defense. It is lousy. It cannot hold off opponents. On the other hand, Notre Dame can put a pretty good offensive showing. Quarterback Hartman, he needs to avoid interceptions. He had 3 versus Louisville in their loss last week. However, I think now that they play at home this week, it'll be a bounce back game for them. Their offense and USC's offense will put on quite a show. It will be a close game. But I think because USC has that defensive problem, which is no defense, I think Notre Dame is going to step up, cover the minus 2.5 spread, and we're going to go ahead and put a quarter unit on it and see what happens. For our next opportunity, we are looking at the Louisville-Pittsburgh game. Louisville is the favorite, minus 7.5. They had such a good performance last week against Notre Dame, putting Notre Dame in their place. That defense played well, and the offense looks like it can put up points when it needs to. I'm counting on their momentum. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, is coming off 4 straight losses. They can score, but they have trouble lining up the W's and getting those victories. I think Louisville has a lot of power in the offensive position. I think they're going to be able to cover that 7.5 point spread, no problem. Let's go ahead and put a quarter unit on Louisville to cover minus 7.5. Okay, now for our next opportunity, we are taking a look at the UCLA game versus Oregon State, where Oregon State is favored by 3.5 points. Tough game to call, however, I feel given the comparison I try to draw up against a recent ranked opponent, namely Utah, I feel the Beavers, with their special quarterback, Uiagalelei, will have what it takes to cover this minus 3.5 spread. They should win by 5 to 10 points or 5 to 8 points. It seems to me their home defense really shows up when it's time to defend against opponents at home. UCLA, on the other hand, even though they do have a capable offense and a capable defense, watching them play, they seem to be out of sync of sorts. Can't quite put my finger on it, but I think the Beavers at Oregon State playing at home will be a much more settled team, and they will make the right adjustments to take on UCLA. Let's go ahead and put a quarter unit on it, and hopefully with that we find our way to Cash City. Leonard is throwing extremely well for Duke. He is a major part of that offense, but when that offense gets clicking with that running game, my goodness, the other teams on the other side of the ball really have to watch out. I've been really impressed by that run game for the most part. I look to them to do some good damage against North Carolina State.